It's been pretty good, I think, with the disappointment from last year and the results with how we went. I think we've got a real good squad this year, great coaching group and just a balance of youth and experience.
Building off that, I mean, 23, you make the final at home in Townsville. To go through a season like you did in 24, how much has that been brought up as sort of fuel for making sure that doesn't happen again?
It's a lot. I think for most of us that played last year, we're using that to add just fire to the fuel. I think we're pretty disappointed as a whole squad over there with the results last year, and hoping to do one better this year.
Obviously got some new recruits coming in, Lane Morgan and Eva Kapani. It's 2 season Wallaroos. What do they just add to this squad in terms of just their experience and their leadership?
Yeah, what you said, experience and leadership is what they bring, and we've been pretty lucky to have them, especially with our young girls coming through, to have 2 great players like that around to learn off. Yeah.
Hera-Barb, coming into this year, Force made a lot of big signings, well, Wallaroos loaded as well. Can you just talk about the quality that they've added to this squad?
Definitely. I think with Cecilia Smith, she's added just a lot of speed and knowledge around the back line. Having her into our side was exciting for our back line because we have a young, youthful pack coming through. So yeah, she's added a lot of knowledge. Ashley Masters, she's a giggle. Love her. She's added so much knowledge in our front row. Her being versatile around the pack has been helpful because she can help not only our front rowers, not only our back rowers, but everyone. Yeah.
And getting that semi-final last year, Fiji and VJ is tough, but you pushed them all the way. Like, how much confidence can you take out of breaking through for that first finals appearance?
We take a lot of confidence out of that, but we know we've still got a lot to grow from. So to come out here and to just go into a new season with humble heads is what we want to have.
And, you want to keep humble, but when you produce pre-season performances like you did last week, does that just give you confidence that it's all just starting to come together and you can really contest for a title this year?
Slow and steadily, yes. I think it is coming together, but we still have a lot of work to do. I think those were just us executing in moments we got to have, but our shape's still got a lot to do, a lot of mahi to do in there.
Bitila, coming into this year, how much of what happened last year at Balmain was motivating and spurring the side on?
Well, just a lot of learnings from last year's finals. The result that we didn't expect. We're just working harder this season and also smarter with the things that we lacked on last season, and we just want to be back there on the top.
What was those big lessons? Is there any sort of focus area that sort of has been the key priority this off-season?
Just on our fitness and our set pieces, we focused on so much on pre-season, and just getting the team together.
And getting the chance to play Waratahs first up, does that just sort of help just continue to fuel that fire of what happened in Balmain and essentially being able to sort of right that wrong straight away?
Definitely. We've been going in this week with our trial game with Brumbies, and then next week we're just looking like a rematch of the finals, so definitely we're gunning for that as well, and we want to start off the season with a bang.
A couple of months now under new coach Andy Friend. What's he been like in terms of just adding quality to the squad?
I touched on it a few times. Andy Friend, he has a genuine interest for women's sport, which means he's there with the right intentions and he has passion. People who are passionate about something are going to give their all. And so in saying that, he's been just drilling world-class fundamentals into our squad, really big in connection piece, but also very transparent and direct, which is something we need in that women's space, so it's been good.
Coming back this year, you've got people like Tabua, Fatala. These are regular Wallaroo starters. As younger players, do they take more of a leadership role? And how have they grown having had that experience?
Tabua had a stellar season, at the back end of our Wallaroo season last year. It brings so much experience to our squad. Both her and Tala, they're our main game drivers in that space. People lean onto them, I guess, to get feedback on their own game, but we've really allowed them the opportunity to actually express themselves and step into those leadership roles.
And from Brumbies' perspective, you had back-to-back semi-finals where you've gone close but not been able to sort of break through for that final. What makes you think this year's going to be different and you can actually take that next step?
Well, like any other business model, we trial and error things. I think we've done well in terms of building the last 2 years. This year we've had a contingency of 21 returning players in our 32 women's squad, which means we've got consistency. And in saying that, we hope that we can build off what we have been, I guess, developing the last 2 years. Yeah.
Piper, now sort of defending champions once again. What's now the challenge of making sure you go back to back?
The challenge for us this year is we've had a massive mantra of collision this year, but rugby is a collision sport, and it's about winning those 1% battles and those key moments, and that's kind of what we're focusing on this year. I think the way we go back to back is focusing on the controllables and what's in front of us, and for us right now is winning those 1% battles, winning that collision battle, and winning those key moments, because if you do that at the end of the day, it'll take care of itself.
A lot of turnover in squad, but that offers up the opportunity for new players to step up. Who's impressed you so far?
Yeah, a lot of girls have impressed me. We've got a few girls coming back from injury, which is really exciting. So we've got Emily Chancellor and Adiana Tawake coming back, which I think is going to be exceptional for the squad. And Emily Chancellor already played 2 games. She's been absolutely outstanding already. And then we've got a lot of new girls coming through and a lot of new faces as well, which have already added so much depth to the squad. And I think, the talent that they bring is going to be definitely one to watch this season.